Hey, welcome to my new studio. No longer behind the couch and next to the fridge. So a bit more space. I've got everything around me, which is rather nice. So I just thought I'd make a little video about ownership of a podgo by Line 6. I've had the aforesaid mentioned item now for, I don't know, about a year, I think. Should have looked that up, shouldn't I? Not very professional of me, but there we are. But I think it's about a year. And just wanted to give the pros and cons of owning such a unit, really. When I first got it, I tried it through front of amps and didn't really get the sound I was looking for at all. Really struggled with it. Until I bought a pair of Headrush powered flat response monitors, and it brought it to life. So that's what I would recommend if you really want to get the full potential out of the unit. You do need to get a set of them, really, or similar. There's lots of different makes out there. Pros and cons of it. Well, any downsides? Yes, I don't think the power supply is very great. It broke, basically. The wire is very hard coming out of it. Very funny cable, and it's got a huge ferrite magnet, which I guess it needs to smooth the power supply. And basically the wires just cracked and broke, and luckily I discovered it before I went out to play one evening. I plugged it in and there was nothing, so I had to take it apart. So that's one thing. A couple of design flaws, I think, around the power supply area. This on-off switch, the USB, and the power input are all very close together, and it's just a bit of a mismatch, really. I think that could have been designed a little better. Other than that, it's a very small unit, goes in the backpack. I mean, I can take the unit in a backpack, the cables, a Headrush speaker, a guitar on the other hand, and within 5 minutes of arriving at a venue, I'm set up and playing without a hernia. And I've had experience. I've got my full gig rig here, which is a Marshall JMP1, etc., which you'll see in the picture shortly. So I have gigged big things, but I just don't want to be lifting that stuff anymore. And I want to be able to fit it in the boot of a car real easy, which I can do now. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you also about the hack that you can do to remove the volume pedal on the podgo, and if you so desire, you can remove the wah pedal block as well, and make that so you can exchange it for various pedals, which you can't do from standard. You're fixed with a volume pedal and you're fixed with the wah, but there is a hack around that, which I did way back. So I wanted to also say that if somebody's worried about, does it have any effect on the unit, I've been running it now for good 8-9 months without any issues whatsoever. I used the hack with the volume pedal removed, because I like a wah, so I still use that. So yeah, I mean, obviously do it at your own, I'm not going to be responsible if yours goes wrong, but mine hasn't, and I've been very pleased with it. Drawbacks of that hack, well, obviously DSP, the reason why they don't let you do it from standard is that it is limited on DSP. So you can't use, every power hungry DSP pedal. You'll see a lot more grayed out, but I find it very useful. And again, without further ado, I'll show you what I've got in my patch. Let's go to it. Okay, so here's the patch. I've got a low and high cut in place of the volume pedal, and then we go to compressor, distortion, amp, in this case the cartographer. We just switch that out a moment so it shows the full page, not that it really matters too much. Who What, which is obviously the cabinet, then the wah, chorus pedal, delay, and a reverb at the very end. So basically give me an extra block instead of the volume pedal. And it works very well indeed. Now we're going to go into the full hack where I've removed the wah-wah as well as the volume pedal, giving you two extra blocks, two extra pedals there. I put an equalizer in place of the wah-wah. Again, great fun, and you can have all sorts of combinations, but like I say, you've got to watch the DSP levels, and it will limit you on its own by just simply graying out the power hungry ones that it won't, simply can't run. So yeah, good fun to have that hack in. And once you've got the template in your stored user presets, you can just use it forever. You've only got to program it once and it's done. So there we go. Something else you may find useful if you're not already doing it is to actually assign the expression pedal to control the mix on the delay block. And the way you do that is you select expression pedal 2 in the little checkbox beside mix, and you'll notice two little white triangles that you can move around. Those basically are positioning the maximum and minimum mix levels that you can adjust. So basically on the heel and toe position of the pedal. So you can start off, say, at 10% and end up at 47%. You can also swap those around if you want it to work the other way, whereas the heel is maximum and the toe is minimum. So it's pretty versatile on that front. Snapshots is the other thing that I use in a patch. It gives you 4 settings, so you can have a clean, crunch, say a modulated lead and a lead within a single patch. So it's a versatile, good unit. I enjoy using it. I get some great sounds from it, and I shall continue using it into the future. I think I'm beginning to play with the looper, so once I've got to grips with that, I may do a quick video on that. But I hope you find that little bit of info useful. So there we are. A little bit of info on the podgo, but nothing in depth, just my personal views of having one, and there's many videos on YouTube about them, so it's just my point of view. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to do some more videos very soon. I'm going to do one, I think, on some of the guitars. I've got a new acquisition, so hopefully I'll do one on that. And there we are. It's cheers and gone from me. And please like and subscribe, and see you again soon. All right. Peace and joy.